Appreciate it. Angel Reese is coming off her first game with the Atlanta Dream, in which she had 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks, including a game-winning rejection. Quote, "It was obviously rough for me personally, but being able to fight on both ends of the floor is something I'll always know." Let's hear what Angel Reese had.
Angel Reese arrived in Atlanta carrying enormous expectations. A new team, a fresh opportunity, and thousands of fans eager to see what one of the WNBA's biggest stars could do in her highly anticipated debut. But by the end of the night, basketball fans weren't talking about the victory. They weren't talking about the rebounds or the game-saving defense. Instead, social media exploded over a familiar criticism that has followed Reese throughout her career. Then came a surprisingly honest post-game admission that immediately caught everyone's attention. Was this simply first-game rust, or did Angel Reese reveal something much bigger about her future in the WNBA? Stay with us, because this story is far more complicated than it first appears.
Angel Reese leads Dream to huge victory over the Lynx. The WNBA media is at it again. And I got to tell you, I was like, oh, so I pulled up the box score for the Dream and Lynx game. And number one, let's just throw it out there. Nafisia Collier still got that ankle thing. She's not playing yet. All right. Just thought I'd bring up the fact that, you know, a top 5 player in the league is not playing for the Lynx right now and was not in this game. So, do I expect the Dream to be good? Well, they certainly got some length.
When Angel Reese stepped onto the floor for her Atlanta Dream debut, expectations were sky high. Since becoming one of the most recognizable names in women's basketball, every move she makes has been closely watched by fans, analysts, and critics alike. Atlanta hoped Reese would bring energy, star power, and production to a franchise looking to make serious noise this season. The spotlight was brighter than ever, and everyone wanted to see whether this fresh start would help elevate her game to another level.
Horrible hoops. And I mean, and this is the fan base of this person is the ones that's the loudest coming for my player. We in 2 different brackets. It's not even close. But you know what? I'm not going to even single her out. The whole team, Atlanta, terrible team. Everybody want to talk like Atlanta just so this and that, which we ain't seen it yet. Look at they starter. 10. Anytime Angel is the best person on the team, y'all ain't good.
On paper, the debut looked impressive. Reese finished with 11 points, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks while helping Atlanta secure a dramatic victory. Most players would gladly accept those numbers in their first game with a new organization. Her rebounding was relentless, her defensive presence was noticeable, and she delivered key plays when her team needed them most. Yet despite all of that, the conversation after the game focused on something entirely different.
Angel Reese and Kiki Iriafen. I'm going to be monitoring this situation quite closely this year. We have one player who thinks she's the other player, and we have the other player who's an absolute dog on the floor. Kiki Iriafen is a beast. Kiki Iriafen is a dog. Angel Reese, she tries to be a dog on the floor. She tries to be a beast.
Several missed opportunities around the basket quickly became the biggest talking point online. These weren't difficult shots from long range or heavily contested attempts at the end of the shot clock. They were close-range finishes that professional players are generally expected to make consistently. As clips began circulating across social media, critics once again questioned Reese's ability to finish efficiently around the rim, reigniting a debate that has followed her since college.
They won the game. She got her double-double. To me, anyone hyping that up, you're exposing the WNBA as being very, very bad. Okay, you're doing it no favors, because people who know basketball will look at an Angel Reese. And I'll use another example if you're thinking I'm hating on her. Alyssa Thomas, right? Didn't ESPN, I think in that silly ranking where they had Clark 10th? Although, I guess if she continues to play within the Stephanie White system, she may drop further. I'm questioning now whether she's going to be on the all-star team.
What makes the situation so fascinating is that Angel Reese continues to produce despite these criticisms. Even on nights when her offensive game struggles, she finds ways to impact winning. Her rebounding instincts remain elite, and her effort level rarely drops. That's why coaches and teammates continue to value her presence. While fans focus on missed shots, basketball insiders often point to the many other areas where Reese contributes at a high level.
And provided that Angel Reese doesn't implode this team, yeah, they could be good. They could be good, except we still got some problems. We got some efficiency up. Angels, I pulled up the box scores. I was like, oh, Angel, 11 points. And I'm like, okay, but she went what? I'm thinking, they're saying how good game. She went 5 for 7, right? Or something like that. An efficient 11 points. Shit, wrong answer. And if you're a player on this team, you cannot be happy. And this is the kind of thing that's going to drag on these players. Angel Reese gets double-double in Dream debut, clinching 91-90 comeback.
Following the game, Reese addressed her performance with surprising honesty. She admitted that the night had been rough for her personally, but emphasized that she could still help her team through defense, rebounding, and hustle plays. Rather than making excuses, she acknowledged the challenges while highlighting the importance of contributing in multiple ways. For many observers, that level of accountability stood out more than any statistic from the game itself.
If they would, again, still try to build around a huge talent in the WNBA, who's a huge star, one of the most popular players in the league, regardless of what you think about her play. I think this is great for Angel Reese. I think this is fantastic for Atlanta, for visibility. I meant it when I said Atlanta's going to be lit, not just on the court, but off the court. They do a great job at the Gateway Center of selling out tickets, but they're going to be able to move games to State Farm Arena where the Hawks play now because of the Angel Reese.
The reality is that very few players in the WNBA operate under the level of scrutiny that Angel Reese faces. Every game is analyzed. Every mistake is replayed. Every highlight and every missed opportunity become part of a larger conversation. Her popularity has turned her into one of the most discussed athletes in women's basketball, meaning even routine moments can quickly become major stories online.
Well, what I was getting to with Alyssa Thomas is if you're telling me Alyssa Thomas is the number 2 player in the WNBA, I'm telling you that the WNBA is unwatchable. There's no talent in the league. So don't tell me that. Anybody who knows basketball will look at Alyssa Thomas and say, okay, yeah, if this is a top 5 player in the league, then there's no reason whatsoever to be watching this league. I mean, that's just the bottom line.
This intense spotlight creates a unique challenge. While most players can quietly work on weaknesses behind the scenes, Reese's development happens in front of millions of people. Every missed layup sparks criticism. Every strong performance fuels praise. The result is a constant cycle where even small improvements or setbacks receive national attention, making her journey unlike that of most young players.
Look at the Atlanta Dream. I don't feel as confident as I felt from the initial announcement that Angel Reese is moving to Atlanta. I felt like I wasn't seeing the fuller picture because I didn't realize that Bree Jones would be coming back off of a meniscus tear, which I believe happened in February. I know that injury takes some time to rehab. That's several months. So when we look at it, it's just going to be Angel Reese and Naz Hillman, which Angel Reese is reportedly 6'4" now, so that gives her an extra inch. But I don't think it solves the big conundrum that Atlanta.
Despite the criticism, there is a reason so many coaches remain optimistic about her future. Reese already possesses several qualities that cannot be taught. Her motor is relentless. Her competitiveness is obvious. Her rebounding ability ranks among the best in the game. Those traits alone make her a valuable player, even before considering any future offensive development.
Today I was going to be watching the Atlanta Dream versus Chicago Sky. Decent game. Starters were on the bench for Atlanta Dream. They all played about 11, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, something like that. I was really watching for Angel Reese. As far as the Chicago Sky goes, Skylar Diggins wasn't playing. Haley Van Lith was decent. Camilla did not have a good game at all, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Kia Jackson didn't have a good shooting game either. The Atlanta Dream won, as I figured they would win.
Perhaps the biggest question surrounding Angel Reese isn't whether she belongs in the WNBA. The numbers already answer that question. Instead, the real question is how much better she can become if she improves her efficiency around the basket. If that part of her game takes a significant step forward, the conversation surrounding her career could change dramatically.
In order for Atlanta to be successful, although there were other players that had standout type of nights, I think that it's going to work better when they have bigs that can produce. Bree Jones is a hard hit to take for the majority of the season. That's what I'm assuming. And then you have Angel Reese, who's still working on some of the little things, her touch around the rim. Just in this preseason game, I didn't see improvement on where she's releasing from on that layup, which is going to cause issues. The bright spot for her is that she's a decent free throw shooter. She's about a 75% free throw shooter. Because she's shooting so low, the defender's trying to go through her body and they foul her a lot of the times, and she's able to convert 75% of the time.
Imagine combining her elite rebounding and defensive impact with consistent finishing near the rim. Suddenly, many of the criticisms disappear. The same hustle plays become even more valuable. The same rebounds lead to more points. The same energy produces even bigger results. That's why many analysts continue to view Reese as a player with significant upside despite the flaws that critics frequently highlight.
As you'd probably expect in most exhibitions, there was a lot of good things, and then there's also a lot of things that need to be cleaned up. And that's why these things are so important. You get to go against somebody else who's doing different stuff, and then you get to go watch the film and start making the corrections. And, I thought, Rye had a really good beginning of the game. Obviously we only played her about 10 minutes. I thought Angel's impact was felt on nearly every possession. And then Powell, we had her, she played a lot.
Angel Reese's Atlanta Dream debut revealed both her strengths and her weaknesses. The rebounding was impressive. The defense was impactful. The offensive struggles were impossible to ignore. But perhaps the most important takeaway was her willingness to acknowledge those struggles publicly. Whether this game becomes just another chapter in an ongoing debate or the beginning of a major breakthrough remains to be seen. One thing is certain: the basketball world will be watching closely, and Angel Reese's next chapter may be her most